It was time for some ash cleaning on our house stove, so I took the opportunity to show you guys how I designed it. It's actually a metal core stove, but it's encased in bricks to add to some thermal accumulation. This is the actual fireplace. It's quite deep. This is actually not the deepest setting yet. The deepest setting will be for the winter, so that you can load a lot of wood in and still have embers in the morning, so that you don't have to relight the fire pretty much never. It has two main parts. Actually, I've taken the cooking plate from this side off, and from this side we can see it there. So that I can actually disconnect this bigger cooking plate by this lever. This lever actually closes this whole side of the system, which includes the oven, and this cooking plate. The oven itself has two settings. In setting number 1, the heat comes through those two lines over the top, down, around at the bottom, and exit in this smoke shaft here, where it gets evacuated in this brick chimney. In setting number 2, there is this lever that I pull, and this opens a hatch that bypasses the lower part of the heating, so that the fire goes directly over here, over the oven, through the hatch, and directly out in the smoke shaft through the brick chimney. This disables the heating of this part of the brick lining, so it doesn't pick out so much heat into the room, while still enable you to cook on this hot plate. So if we need to cook for a lot of people, we would do that. Or it also enhances the draft of the smoke, so that this side of the oven heats much more intensely, which is great for when you want to make a crust on the roast, or when you want to make pizzas. So that's the oven part. The chimney the chimney has two parts. The outer part is just this brick wall, but in the inside there's actually the same as this one. This steel pipe, thick-walled steel pipe, so that in the winter, when we want heat to radiate from the chimney and also to the upstairs where the bedrooms are, the smoke goes through this chimney shaft and into this brick chimney. But in the summertime, when we don't want too much of the heat to radiate out, we want the chimney to stay cool, I would disconnect this left part altogether, so only this small part gets heated for cooking, but the smoke will now evacuate only through the central pipe, chimney pipe. It will never touch this brick wall, and this is operated with this lever, which hasn't got a knob yet. I need to forge that. For now I got this sophisticated equipment, but basically this also gets sealed off depending on what you intend to do. This is the boiler heat intake. We will see that in the other side. The air intake is actually buried under the ash right now, because I found that for summer regime this isn't really needed, as we only burn wood for cooking and heating our water. But it also has a hatch, and it is operated with this lever. Probably stuck now. It hasn't been it still goes. Hasn't been moved all summer. Okay. I think that's it from this side. The whole house is actually made of wood, but this central part is brick. So if we go to the other side, Kaimuts. Close the door. No. So this part actually gets warm, and it will heat the hallway. There is the chimney sweeping hatch. I still need to fabricate the door. Right now I only have some glass wall stuck into it. Then if we go to the bathroom, we can see kinda tight. This is the boiler. It's currently missing the the doors. So the boiler heating smoke shaft actually that we saw on the other side actually comes through to here, and then directs up and through the actual boiler. It holds something like 50 gallons of water. This is the cleaning opening, so that I can sweep it once a week with this brush. It's insulated with this glass wall, but maybe you can see it in there. And there's nothing to it, it's just a boiler with a 5-inch pipe running through it as a chimney, and then it reconnects here in the brick chimney to be evacuated. The only electric part on this is this pump. This pump is needed, or should I say will be needed, for when I connect solar to the system. So this pump, actually I've tested this year and it works perfectly. This will take the cold water and push it outside through this pipe to the solar collector, which will be just a spool of about 300 feet of this black plastic pipe in some kind of a glass enclosure. The water heats up. The pump has 3 settings, so if I put it on minimum, it's just the right amount of flow, so that the water gets is able to heat itself on the sun in time, and then the hot water returns on the top of the boiler. For storage. And even the crude system that I've tested it with this year proved extremely effective, and it heated more than enough water with just throwing out a spool of this pipe on the sun. As for the heating of the bathroom, this wall is actually a part of a stove. The stove is actually on the opposite of this sink. So this is the stove actually finishes around here. This is all the stove. So this whole wall is actually warm to the touch. Actually gets quite hot, not too hot, but it's well enough for if we need to heat the bathroom. I've also put some copper tubes in the floor of the bathroom under the tiles. Might now be able to show them in case I ever want to install floor heating. Then I was thinking to just spool the pipe around this chimney, which gets hot, and it should provide enough warmth. So this is my zero automation cooking, heating and water heating system. I will now light it up and maybe show you how the hatches work in actual operation. Thanks for watching.